Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3 and our Honor Mode playthrough with Moven Gerger Jones. But you can call her Mo. We've got plans today to get some fresh gear for Mo. But I think we also wanted to speak to Barker, so let's have a quick chat.
Well, here we are. A most unexpected outcome.
You stood up to Wulbren, I'm impressed.
I take no pleasure in ousting Wulbren. But he's not the old friend I remember. When did he get so angry? So violent? Someone like that cannot lead the Iron Hand Gnomes. We need peace. Thank you for your encouragement. I needed it. And have done since the day we met. I may have lost Wulbren, but I found a far preferable ally. Friend, even. Now, myself and the Iron Hand Gnomes have much to disentangle. But when you're ready to face what's waiting for you, believe me, we will be at your side. Shu then, for now. My friend.
Yay. Friend Barkus. Now, what's all these bags about? I guess this is loot from idiots that died. Yeah, we won't worry about that too much. How are we looking for spell slots and such? Doing quite well. Got all our long rest, so we don't need to go back to camp anytime soon. But I do want to pop back to camp just to check something. Do we still have the armour of agility that Karlach used to wear? Lying around. I'm just curious, you see, because it might become useful instead for Mo. But we don't. Because I definitely replaced it on Karlach, didn't I? Let's just check I didn't give it to anyone else. Oh wait, Armour of Agility is the one that I gave to Karlach. I was thinking of the 1T scale mail, which I'm sure I did have at some point. But I don't appear to have now. Might have sold it somewhere down the line. That's fine. Because I want to see if we can get Mo's armour class above 19. It's acceptable for like a sorcerer type like Gale, but I think Mo should have higher than 19. So maybe we go shopping, first of all. Let's check in with friend Dam and see if I sold it to him, and even if I haven't, we can do some other selling to friend Dammon. Doesn't look like he's got it, but he does have the Unwanted Masterworks Scale Mail, which has also got the exotic materials feature, so maybe we buy that. Maybe we see if that's any good for old Mo. Okay, that would push her up to 20, which is a bit more acceptable. And it does look kind of cool. But now we need something to replace her critical hit defense. We'll do a bit of selling and then we'll work on that. Okay, that's a bit more shopping done. Swapped out one of Gale's staves. Put Rowan instead, because it still gives you the arcane enchantment, but it also gives you arcane vampirism. So it might be slightly better. We're going to go back to Worm's Rock. Oh, we see a Steel Watcher falling over dead in the background. That's exactly what we want. But now, before I forget, we should also apply some dye. Cobalt? I mean, that looks pretty cool. I'm okay with that. And now we're appropriately dressed. Let's wander back in here and see what these fists have got to say for themselves. It's probably something along the lines of, "Oh, I'm dead." Mo, do you want to do what you do best and just charge into battle? Yes. Good. A fine start. Oh, I should probably put all in back on, because I don't think these lot are going to stand up to our attacks particularly well. Should we keep working on that one? Or should we start on the mage? Oh yeah, we've got a new bow on, haven't we? So we've got Fairy Fire, which means sneak attacks can come out a bit more frequently. That one's down to 3 HP. Let's see. Oh no, wait. Will's got the new bow, and it's guiding bolt I was thinking of. So why is Karlach doing fairy fire to people? Oh, I didn't realise her Hellrider longbow could actually do that. Is that the first time I've seen it do that? Might be. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I don't need to run around with Will, do I? I could just fly with him, and therefore get within proper bonking range of everybody. I don't think this lot are putting up much of a fight. This is a warm-up fight. I've not played the game for like a week. I've been distracted once again by 2 Point Museum, which is amazing. And you all should play it. Good job. How dare you? Ooh, they've actually got through our temporary HP. It seems I was underestimating these goons. Slightly. Only slightly. Lovely. Mo gets a kill. Mo gets some more temporary HP. And she gets a bonus attack as well. Which misses. And there goes our temporary HP. What the heck? Dude. Dresden, you wretch. Can we push you closer to Will? We could if we had any bonus actions left. Will can just fly in. It's fine. He's still only got a feeble chance to hit anything. Okay. So, yeah, it's probably not worth going all in. But that was decent damage on the one hit that connected. Ah, come on, Gale. You're better than this. Or maybe you're not. No, this guy's going to get extra hits in on me. Yep. There we go, problem solved. These guys, believe it or not, are not the main threat in Worms Rock. They're in fact just a bunch of goobs. And here's some more of them. This one looks like a child on their image at the top. I will feel slightly bad about killing them. Only slightly. Whee! Booming Blade is obviously a good bet. Okay, not enough to kill the weak. That's a shame. It turns out we didn't have to worry too much because they're just not getting the job done. That guy didn't stand a chance. He's but a bit part player in our world. That guy too. This is going much better than that previous scuffle. Where do we want to park ourselves with friend Will? Over here, perhaps. Okay, now we've got 95%. So that's good. I guess you've just got no defense whatsoever. So down you go. Pisk. Wonderful. Another group bested. Will, what are you wearing on your head? Grimskull Helm, which is preventing critical hits. You're not wearing anything else that protects against crits. Can you get anything else that protects against crits that's not a helmet? Because we could get you that birthright hat that boosts charisma and such otherwise, couldn't we? Don't know if there's anything interesting in these chests. Can't hurt to have a look. Seems like the answer is more of the usual. Which is to say, we'll take it anyway. Why not? We need some reward after besting these goobers. Oh, yeah, we could have just taken their keys probably, couldn't we? Oh, that one's got a bit gold on him. What's he been up to? Anyway, more Dead Steel Watch. We got this room, which leads up to where Gortash hangs out, but we're not going that way just yet. Karlach, how are you going to get within range of someone? So that guy is first to go. We can reach him. Very good. Boom. Son. Pisk. Ooh, ensnaring strike. There we go. That's him out of the way. Now, Mo. All sorts of targets available for you. Let's deal with the squishy first. That gives us a chance to smack someone else. You've got 7 HP. We'll leave you be for a moment. Gale could probably crossbow you or something like that. Will can reach this lad and engage him in honourable combat. Decent damage all round. And then Gale. Who do you want? You could probably throw something at that lad. Nice. Call the Weak does its work. And there goes the Quartermaster. So what are you going to do, pal? Everyone you knew and loved is dead. In the blink of an eye. Didn't do much about it. And now he's also dead. Wonderful. Courtmaster's got a small key about their person. Not much else. We got a locked door. Could be all sorts of stuff in here. Doesn't look like there is. But there's another door. And this one actually might have something in it. Let's see. There we go. Flame enamelled armour. Bonus to initiative rolls, resistant to fire damage. It's 16, so it's not going to quite protect us as well, I don't think, as the new armour we've just put on. No, it's not. And it doesn't look as good either. But that would have been an option. Now, this is where all the inventory is kept by the look of it, so, yep. We'll do our thing. Which is to say we'll vacuum up all of the goods that are within stealing range that might be worth a pretty penny. Now I need to go down the passageway. Worms Rock Prison. We've been here before. Where would you care to smack this guy about? Pisk. Okay, we failed to murk them. Karlach, though, could put the finishing touches on the job with a sneak attack. Oops. I didn't realise I was actually killed them there, so I just went straight into B teleport mode. But it turns out I didn't need to. So you could have had extra damage thanks to bees. Alas, that's not the case. Now, Will just can't get close enough. He started at the back. They started at the back. It's not good times. But at least he managed to hit that bugger for a bit of damage. Gale, can you finish off that bugger?
Rook to queen 6.
It's a mage, you're a mage. You know how to deal with them, right? Counterspell? What about 4 psionic backlashes? Yep. That's one way of dealing with them with Gale. Nice try. More psionic backlash is available. Grovel on 4 targets. We don't really want that. And you've conveniently stood in a position where Karlach can sneak attack you. Thank you. So down you go. That bugger is a little way away. But let's go fly next to them anyway. Now, Mode doesn't really stand a chance of reaching them, I don't think. But anything's possible with Cunning Dash and Fly. So we'll give it the old college try. We did actually get there. Amazing. Victory is ours. Let's have a bit of a waltz around.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
It's locked. We could pick up a key from one of the goons. Probably, but let's give Karlach a go. We trust in her lock-picking abilities. Thanks to her plus 15. Will, would you like to do the honours?
Will, what has become of you? No matter. The city, the future. It's done.
Is this the first time you've seen Will since he became a devil, Floric? Maybe. Anyway, Councillor, what happened to you?
The Steel Watch happened. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me. Dragged me to Alder's Husk. Empty as a stair. Your father's a tadpole's puppet, Will. Nothing more. He spoke in accusations. Apostasy. Conspiracy. Sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. You might have unlocked my cell, but there's no escape from this place.
Father's alive, Floric. All is not lost.
Then there is hope yet. To think I'd all but given up. No more sulking. I know what to do. Lead me from my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades.
Follow me.
Well done. Lead the way.
She really is the worst. She's just a sulking pile of incompetence in an amazing robe.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out.
Your faith in the city is... I suppose Will would say this, I certainly wouldn't. But your faith in the city is an inspiration.
A faith passed on by your father. He was ever loyal. Even when the skies were darkest. I will travel to the upper city. Find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
So that's another ally recruited for the team. And an inspiration for Will. Back down we go. We have another piece of business down here. And it's going to eventually lead to
Dream in red.
some new gear for Mo. So we've got these here dragon head torches. Looking pretty ordinary.
You have my attention.
Can you hit them with a shocking grasp? We can. So we can just cantrip the buggers without having to do anything particularly exciting and use up our spell slots. Wonderful. Come on, crew.
Never wanted the easy path.
We've got a new helmet to find. And also a fight I'm terrified of, but I think I've got the tools to deal with. We'll worry about that in a bit, though. We've got a door. We've got a statue of Baldurin.
The statue before you bears a familiar likeness. It is Balduran, the celebrated adventurer who founded the city of Baldur's Gate.
Peril floods my province. The palisades fall, the earth does tremble. The servants of shadow and blood assemble. Beyond lies the grand worm, deep in slumber, awaiting a true hero's advent, should my domain drown in torment. Be you the deluge, turn away. Be you the hero, answer true. Are you worthy?
Poetic nonsense. There is no one and no savior.
Yeah, it's pretty nonsense, but if anyone's worthy, it's me. So open the door, please.
Ancient Ansor, hear me. A champion is proclaimed. The test begins. Let your judgment follow.
It's all a bit silly. I've got to say, yes, I am a hero, let me through. And even then I've still got to do a bunch of tests afterwards.
How old is this place?
Why don't you just let me through instead of making me listen to your poetry? So, 4 paths. 4 tests. Which one's this? Oh, is this one where we've got to keep the torch safe? It might well be. Is there anyone in particular that we need to hold the torch? I'm not sure. Maybe Karlach. She's got the best armor class.
A champion burns bright. Even when rushing waters and moaning winds threaten to extinguish the flames. Take the torch. Withstand the elements. Prove your courage.
Let's give it a go. So we've got water elementals. Just all stood about. I think it's probably best for Karlach to just stay away from everyone. Oh, some of them are air elementals as well, so they can also fly, but that's potentially fine. Absorb elemental damage once per short rest. Yeah, why not? Let's absorb some lightning damage. Gale's taken quite a hit there. So, air elementals, water elementals are all fairly strong. We just need to keep Karlach away from the buggers more than anything. We don't really need to kill them that much. Scale can't use reactions, but you can at least not stand in water. That would be a good start. Will can also just bash this one about a bit. Hooray! And he gets a bonus. Wonderful. Now, what are these water ones going to do? They're going to teleport. Jeez, that one did a crit. As soon as we take a bloody bit of armor off Mo, suddenly crits are happening left and right. So, Karlach. What if you did a fog cloud? Everyone gets blinded, including you. But maybe that's fine? We kind of want to stand in the middle of it, I think. Now, Mo. Got advantage on that one because it's blinded, but we would take a hit from that one. I'm willing to go for it. Yeah, that's good solid damage. We like this. Gale can happily hit them even when they are in there. Is cold better against a water elemental? It doesn't actually have fire resistance, which I find surprising. But I'll take it. Will, can you smack that one about, or do you want to just keep working over your one here? Only 55 with all in, so yeah, we'll just keep smacking Will's target about. We'll protect ourselves there. Raging Vortex. What's that done? That's just silenced. We can live with silence. So Karlach is still kind of safe there from things. What's that attuned crystal all about? It's not something that's protecting these lads, is it? Or I'm not sure. Either way, just smacking these lads about seems fine. We did good damage to that one. Let's see. Okay, let's put crystal skin on a bunch of people. Resistance to all elemental damage. Okay. Interesting. She's taking damage because she's still in the Raging Vortex, so maybe we just run away. We probably don't want to be in a vortex. Can we shove the buggers? We can. I didn't think they were shovable. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have wasted 2 attacks on that one. And I just nudged them. And now we're blinded. So maybe we back off. And now we're in a vortex, perhaps. So all in all, not great. Now what we got? Water Myrmidons getting weaker. But we are silenced on Gale, so let's move away. There's one over there that's... Oh yeah, more have been added to the fight, haven't they? Okay. That one's wet, which means it would take more damage, I think, from Ray of Frost. It's kind of irrelevant, because we just need to really survive, so I shouldn't really be overthinking these turns. Too heavy to shove this one. Okay. Will's not strong enough to shove. You can certainly attract their attention and absorb damage. So that's pretty good going. Now Karlach is vortexed once again. So now it's just a case of surviving. Is anyone really worth attacking? I guess Will can attack that one just because he's right there. Nice. Mo could stand next to that one. Just to hopefully keep it away from Karlach. And then Gale can just move to avoid taking any extra damage. Now they can just all fanny about, and then the challenge will be complete. Unless one of these last ones does manage to hit Karlach, which they didn't. Good. Gale took a beating there. But we survive. Now, we've just got a fog cloud there. I think we can leave without taking any extra beatings. And we got door number 2. Oh, it's chess, isn't it? Yes, I remember.
Ah, Lanceport. Why, this might just be the highlight of our misadventures to date.
You would say that, you nerd. So, can I remember how to do this?
Prove your strategic wits. There is but one rule. The Dark King must fall in 2 moves. Are you a commander of armies? Or a shivering pawn? Fodder for cleverer minds?
I'm afraid I have little experience with Lanceport, let alone the command of soldiers.
I've been known to shuffle a few knights around in my day. Might I offer a suggestion?
Go ahead, Gale. I'm listening.
First, have the White Queen move all the way across and capture the Black Pawn. This leaves Black's king in check, forcing him to retreat a square left. Your queen then takes the other pawn, 1 square up and left, always under the protection of her faithful bishop.
Well, that's a time saver. Thanks, Gale. So, that would be our queen. That would be the pawn. Ah, yes, because although we would be threatened by the Black Pawn, they wouldn't be able to take the queen, because that would then expose them to old Bish. So, let's do exactly as Gale said. King does his little move. Queen takes the other pawn. King is out of luck. Hooray! Well done, Gale. You've just saved us 5 minutes of staring and going, Now, door number 3. Is this capturing books? And revealing truths? Yes, it is. So, is it Swelto that we need to kill? I think so. But we should probably go around and see what we can see. There's Swelto's Ethics of War. Can we get them?
Oh, hold still, will you?
Karlach? Yeah, she got it. The Ethics of War. Yeah, Swelto was basically a bit of a dick. And the others are much more peaceful.
Moving ahead.
That's a map's books, and we learned from Swelto's book that a map is generally in favour of peace and whatnot. The other one's also in favour of peace, I think, so... Blam. Victory is ours. And that leaves a final room, which I've covered in depth in one of the other playthroughs. So we're just going to do what we have to do. Do we have any scrolls of Remove Curse about our person? No. Interesting. But we can't just leave here and return.
Another letter from Orin.
We don't care. It's only Orin. What we need is Shadi.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Lovely. Now I feel like she has got the right spell that we require. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, she's mostly druid, isn't she? With just a side of cleric. Yeah, so she actually won't get the job done for us. We need someone else. Why are we suddenly encumbered?
You wish to consult me?
Well, I'm not sure why we suddenly became encumbered, but the main thing is... why have we also got food just lying around there? These are mysteries for another time. Let's go back. We've got Minty on the team. She is going to assist us in our cleansing of this place.
An art gallery. Hardly the legendary treasure trove I was hoping for.
Hush you. You're only here to do this. Blam. That was your job in life. And now we need to find one of these. Not the hanging. Not freedom. It's the cell.
The cell. A stern prison guard slides a warm meal into the thief's cell. The red-haired man has a 10-day left to serve, judging by the scratchings on the wall behind him.
Let's slip the cell into the judgment.
Honorable Judge and applied lex talionis. The principle of the sentence being proportional to the crime.
Yeah, we did.
You are a paragon of justice. Proceed.
Maybe in a bit. Back to camp. That was Minty, everyone. Didn't she do well? Now, where did I leave friend Gale? We should probably chat to Volo as well, with all the scritching and scratching he's doing in the background.
It is splendid to see you again, my friend. If you hadn't saved me from that mob, I'd be penning a guide to the afterlife based on first-hand experience. Perhaps you would hazard a guess as to why the mob turned on me?
Did you speak out against the cult of the Absolute? They got eyes everywhere.
It is not the eyes that I fear. It is the intelligence behind them. The Absolute is merely the outward form of something far more insidious. The Lord of Murder has returned. As he did 100 years ago, Baal has set his accursed sights on Baldur's Gate. And his temple runs red with the blood of the innocent. And just as then, he has more than one chosen to manifest his gruesome plot. He has Orin, and he has you.
Well, Baal does not actually have me. I reject his influence.
I see that. You have at least a measure of self-control. But Baal's inheritance is not shrugged off so easily. The heart of a Baal spawn is a flipped coin that lands on its edge. Yours is a family set on self-slaughter. When there are two or more, they will destroy one another until a single heir to the throne of blood remains. In times gone by, there was an errant-hearted Baal spawn who stood against his foul father and brother, Sarevok. Optimist that I am, I hope you are of similar heroic vintage.
I hope so too. I think I can be the hero the city needs.
I believe you will be. And I'd like to help the only way I know how, with a guidebook. This one did not flow from my quill, but from that of the wizard Irenicus. It is a study of the Slayer, and may give you a much-needed edge when you face Baal's Chosen.
This is a daunting task. I should begin my preparations now.
I am a living witness to Baal's defeat those 100 years ago. So I know your battle against him is not futile. He can be stopped. But not all of those who stood against him survived. And those who did were never the same again. I wish you luck, my friend. And I hope that when I see you again, you'll be in one piece. 2 or 3 at most.
Excellent. Thanks, Volo. And with that out of the way, is there anything else that Ravengard's got to say at this point before we go back?
The Absolute's voice is gone, but I still hear its echoes. Reflections of reflections.
Councillor Floric will be relieved to hear that you're alright.
Hells, Floric. While the Absolute commanded my mind, I condemned her to death and confined her in Worm's Rock prison. She stood by me even as the Hell's fires lapped at my feet. You must free her.
Way ahead of you. She is gathering allies as we speak.
Tremendous news. She proves as loyal to you as she is to me. I couldn't bear it if she died by my command. May the Triad guide her steps.
It's a shame that there's no waypoint down here so we can return later. Because I don't think I've got time right now to be getting into a tussle with a big undead beastie. But we can do at least part of what I came here for. We'll chat to Baldrin again, get him to open the door.
With courage does the hero march, fettered by the taxing chains of fear. A stalwart soul must ever persevere. With insight does the hero choose, guidance born of ancient wisdom proven. Peace, not strife, the undenied conclusion. With justice does the hero rule. Lead not the guiltless lamb to bloody slaughter, nor cleanse the lion's sins in sacred water. With strategy does the hero
Oh, get on with it.
A cunning mind, 100 steps ahead, your allies close, your rivals stunned in dread. Worthy you are found. Go forth, hero, seize your fate, and rise, great worm, heart of the gate.
I really regret speaking to Baldrin. But once again, he made us listen to his shitty poetry in order to allow us through. And there we go. We got a big dead dragon. But behind the big dead dragon, we've got treasure.
Is nothing but bone and memories.
We'll come back for you, Answer. But we have the Helm of Baldrin. And an inspiration. So, this helm heals you 2 HP at the beginning of every turn, gives you a bonus to armor class and saving throws, can't be stunned, and attackers can't land crits on the wearer. Bam. We are crit proof once again. Now, what's behind here? We'll be back, Answer. Ah, it's Worm's Rock again. But through a different door, I guess. Oh yeah, this is where we came in. We came into Worm's Rock over there. Or the Worm Way. And this does in fact lead us around and back out. Very good. Well, it's probably quicker to just go back in and teleport, isn't it? And we're teleporting to the Undercity ruins. But we have a little bit of business to take care of down here, and we may as well do it now.
Let's see.
We've got time for some small rumbling, and I think this passageway is the right way. It leads us to an ancient lair with some deads hanging around out front. And another dead inside. Okay. And some treasure. Ooh. Spell rot? What's spell rot all about? Unless you're undead, each time you cast a spell, you'll receive necrotic damage per spell level. So cantrips are presumably level 0, so we can cast cantrips and we'll be fine, maybe? Either way, we should probably beat up all these undead that have just appeared. That seems like a good idea. Oh, Karlach. You've taken your weapon off because you were too busy holding a torch. I'm glad I realised that before we went into like fight an undead dragon or anything like that. That would have made life a bit horrible. But you just come and stand over there then. Mo, do you want to deal with some of the ones on this side? Maybe you don't. Immune to necrotic damage. Yeah, that's no surprise. But that's okay. Will, you can probably fly over that way somewhere. You're not an anti-undead type of paladin, sadly. But you can still smack them about. Good and proper. 95%. 70%? I'll take it. I like those odds. So Gale, let's see what happens if you cast a spell. It appears that the spell rot doesn't deal any damage to you because it was just a cantrip. Outstanding. Yes. Not sure what these hands are all about, but they're pretty feeble, so dealing with them with crossbow bolts and such seems like a good idea. I don't want to waste actual attacks on them. If I can get them all to attack Karlach, they might just kill themselves to smite the Graceless. And that would be good. This is one of those areas where having a mostly physical based team is going to be some advantage. Save me from having to use up spells and get hurt by all the necrotic damage and whatnot. So, get boomed. And sneaked. Bead as well. Mo, you can smack about this one. But not enough to kill it, sadly. I'm hoping for Cold the Weak to pop off sometimes, you see, and just deal extra damage to these handy lads. Okay, we're going to have to take that off Will again, because it's just not cutting the mustard. Oof. That's damage. There we go, we did shoot a hand. Yeah, you lot attack Karlach mostly, please. Might have to move her in a bit further to bait out more attacks. Although that worked. Don't mind using up some shield spell slots because they're all pretty low level. Might have to move Gale. He's kind of drawing attention, which we don't really want. Boom. Get fucked. And as for you, lots of damage. Mo, you can smack this one about. Sadly, you didn't proc Cold the Weak just because it just straight up died. Now, do you want to go for that guy? It's only level 6. You shouldn't stand up to much in the way of damage. Then Will is absolutely surrounded by buggers. But that's fine. Yeah, Cold the Weak triggered, but it didn't do enough damage to really hurt anyone significantly. That's unfortunate.
I don't fancy their chances.
And now Gale. I do want you out of trouble. But I don't want you to lose your arcane acuity charges either. Might risk it though. Miss and miss. Amazing. So you come over here. Maybe shoot that one. Too close, okay. Wonderful. Oh, cancel end turn, Mo. That's some temporary HP.
In my favor.
Honestly, aspects of the Stallion, it's not flashy, but it does so much work for us. I love it. Karlach's doing a good job of mincing away through these guys. Ah, and that one opportunity attacked us and failed, which triggers Smite the Graceless. That's actually amazing. So I guess you could just run around and trigger opportunity attacks. Amazing stuff. I could have killed a bunch of these guys ages ago. I suppose I could rob that treasure as well whilst we're here. And yeah, that's like half of those hands out the way. Wonderful. Boom. Get wrecked, son. And shall we fireball that lad? Yep. Doesn't trigger Call the Weak, sadly. So that's another hand out the way. And suddenly this fight's a lot more manageable. It's barely even a fight at this point. Karlach steals a kill from Mo in a cheeky sort of way that we're okay with. Bunch of chests in here, bit of gold in some of them, bit of stuff in the others as well, I imagine. But exploring this room, you alright, guys? They don't look alright. Maybe they'll be alright when we come back next time. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.